I've got another problem which may or may not have come from the TMUA 2024 paper. For positive integers a, b, and c, capital L is defined as the lowest common multiple of a and b, m is defined as the lowest common multiple of b and c, and n the lowest common multiple of a and c. Which of the following are not possible? So option A, L is less than m is less than n, B, L is less than m is equal to n, C, L equals m is less than n, D, L equals m equals n, and E, all are possible. I know lots of you have got the TMUA right around the corner, either on Monday or Tuesday. I know lots of my students are feeling a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious, very excited in some cases, and I want to help them and you guys as much as possible. So let me know in the comments if there are any specific problems or techniques or tricks or myths you want me to bust about the TMUA, and I'll gladly do so in this final coming days to give you the best push. Anyway, let's attack this problem. Looks like a weird problem, feels like a weird problem. What should we be thinking about? It's just play around with it. There's so much going on here. Let's just choose some random positive integers a, b, and c and see what happens. Let's just go a is 1, b is 2, c is 3. Okay, in which case, what is L? L is the lowest common multiple of 1 and 2, which is 2. M is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, which is 6. And N is the lowest common multiple of 1 and 3, which is 3. Okay, so I get 3 different numbers here. Now, I noticed that that doesn't satisfy any of these, which, okay, great, fine. But actually, it does, in a weird way, satisfy A. Why does it satisfy A? Well, not 2, 6, and 3, but I can just swap these A's, B's, and C's around, and no one's going to stop me. So if instead here I wanted M and N to switch, I would just have to swap the roles of A and B. So if I now made A equal 2, B equal 1, and C equal 3, L will equal the lowest common multiple of A and B, which is still 2. M is now the lowest common multiple, or is the lowest common multiple of B and C, which is 3. And now N is the lowest common multiple of A and C, which is 6. And so L being less than M being less than N is certainly possible, so the answer is not A. Cool, okay, nice. Let's play around with it some more. Let's look at option B. Can we get this to be the case? Can we have it so that M and N have the same lowest common multiple, but L is something less? The answer is yes, we can. All we need to do is basically make M and N the same. So in order to do that, what I could do is just make A and B the same. And so if I just make A equal B equal, let's say 2, and if I make C equal 3, in which case L is going to be the lowest common multiple of A and B, which is going to be 2, but then M and N are both going to be the same, the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, which is 6. So B is possible, so it's not the correct answer. D is also very obviously possible, because if you just make A, B, and C the same thing, L, M, and N will all be the same number. So the question is C possible? L equals M, and that being less than N. The answer is no. And you can either experiment to see this, so play around with some numbers and maybe go, okay, feel like option C is not correct, but we can also prove it. And in fact, this is a really useful tip for you if you're preparing for the TMUA or any admissions test for that matter, whether it's multiple choice, and you have an option here which you know is correct by elimination, which is what we're doing here, but you might, in the real exam, obviously just circle it and move on. But in your preparation, what's also useful to do is, okay, yeah, we got the answer is C by elimination. Well, almost have got it by elimination here. We've still got a bit more work to do. But then see if you can prove that it's true. So derive that result. And that's a really good way to boost and make the most out of a particular problem. Anyway, let's prove that C is indeed possible. So the idea here is we can do this. Sorry, apologies. We want to show that C is not possible. And we're going to do this by contradiction. So suppose L does equal M and they're both smaller than N. Well then we know, because L is the lowest common multiple of A and B, both A and B divide, L from this. But equally, because of this, we know that B and C both divide M. But we're assuming L equals M, and so putting those facts together, we get that A, B, and C all divide L, because A and B divide L, and C also divides M, which is equal to L. But the issue with this is, now that you have A, B, and C dividing L, well, that means that L is a multiple of A and C. But that means that the lowest common multiple of A and C must therefore be less than or equal to L, because L is a multiple of A and C. So the lowest common multiple of A and C could be L, or if it's not L, it would have to be something smaller by definition. But then that's a contradiction to this fact because we're assuming that it's bigger than L. And so therefore the correct answer here would be C. We'll finish the video there for today, but I encourage you to have a go at some more of these problems. Really do practice this last weekend. If you do have any questions, any problems that you want to see me see over the next few days, drop a comment down below. I'm hopefully going to be releasing some more videos on the TMUA 2024, or questions which may or may not have been on TMUA 2024, sorry. And let me know if you want to see some more or see something else or whatever. I'm going to leave a video on screen where I solve another problem, which may or may not have been from 2024 TMUA. I'll see you over there.